And we're live from the altar. On the day no, I'm not going to start all ugly. What's up, everyone? Forgive me. Sorry. We're in an energy like everybody else, but a very different energy than everybody else. Let me start by saying I am Lilith reincarnated. I am known as the High Priestess Phoenix in this life. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, and most of all, messenger of God. All those labels are nothing more than a messenger of the divine. I speak to God directly, and all of them included. Okay? Okay. So today's date, I believe, is the 8th or 9th, and America is on fire. And my daughter turns on the TV, and she's like, "Who's Carter?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, there's that too." As soon as I went to start, so it was a little hectic for my starting. I apologize. Let me start by saying I feel for the world right now as they witness God's wonders and wonder what's going on. I am here to bring you messages from God during this time of unknowing. Okay? But at the same time, I'm Lilith, and I totally came for this show to watch, the end of man and watch it all burn to the ground. And so all morning I was doing, fire dances and ceremonies to such. You're like, who would celebrate such things? Well, I shared that in my community page. These are the native lands that have been taken over. And I don't know if you fully understand what part of California is on fire. These are a whole bunch of rich-ass people, bro. These are rich beyond rich that live up in the Hollywood Hills. Those hills have eyes, bro. And they set that shit on fire. These people are being sent out to go and live off of the same community I'm living off of, which is the Salvation Army, and places like that. These are people of power and status that had more than enough to give and have no idea how to protect themselves. Now, me, myself, and I, and those that have been with me for this long journey, we have talked about this so many times in 2 years. What are you going to do in a fire when all you can do is grab your kids in the car? What, you can't even take your riches. And if you got it all out of the bank right now, there wouldn't be room for your family. We've talked about this in so many ways. God has prepared me and my family, my soul tribe that has been with me since the beginning. I am here to prepare those that are just coming in and are awakening. And that's what I've said since the beginning. They're going to wake up and panic and terror, and we have to catch them. Teach them how to work their freaking magic, which is ultimately how to awaken their soul, how to go through the dark night of the soul. Right? Your soul is being casted into the darkness of what's going on in this world. We can change your ride through this by just riding through this, but that's how it works. So me personally, I've been prepared for this, and I've been preparing people for this, and it's like, it is still a little bit unbelievable. My skin feels the fear of others, and I can see it even here, dude. People are on fire, dude. They are letting out so much, and it's just like, oh my God. And then she's like, who was Carter? I was like, he was an amazing president that lived 100 years. And though we should be worrying about this, all of our leaders are over there celebrating as they're blowing their horns and shit. I was like, and that's what they said in the fucking Bible. The horns would blow, the trumpets would blow, and all of this shit, and fire from the sky, and the frozen earth, and the earthquakes, and all this shit. Guys, you're gonna die a great death. We all will. We can only hope to die a great death. To die in your sleep, okay, fine, die peacefully. How do I die? 99 years laughing. The best laugh of my life, because I can't control the light. I laugh into the next world. How do you die? Who cares? You're just gonna die. We're all gonna die. People are dying. What is happening now? It's the reset. Go back to my video last night, and it teaches and all of this stuff. Now, let's get on today. Okay, we can't worry about what's going on outside of us. We just need to keep our eye on God and what He's telling us. I am your messenger of God, and I have a bunch of messages for you. And the whole altar just became, I have so much more and more and more and more and more. We're going to do a crash course into stones. Okay, are you with me? Yeah. I didn't set up to the Wi-Fi. I probably should because I already know from experience. Give me a minute. It's going to chop. It's going to chop. From experience. And we're back. Okay, it had to chop and screw. I know from experience that it gets kind of funky without the Wi-Fi in here. So I'm going to do a crash course on stones. We talked about that, the Palladians and stuff. This is harnessing the energy of the earth that was placed there by deities and so forth and so on. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of these stones that are here. There is also, I have ascending masters that are here that we've been talking about that came through yesterday's videos, which was Krishna, who is part of the Vishnu family. How do I know them? As Kali, Kalima. I'm part of that family in a different culture. Okay, Buddha came in on Sunday, right? And he came in with the Brotherhood. How do I know him? Kanyin. Okay, we're about to go through the shift of the Egyptian energy. How do I know this? Isis. These are I'm teaching you all of my incarnations. As the Morgan, I was affiliated to Odin. This is a second lifetime, but do you hear that? People are going crazy outside. It's just in the energy, dude. It's the energies of these planets and stuff is putting everything into these people. Now, as Odin, I was the vulva, which was the all-seeing eye of the tree, his first wife. First wife's club. Okay. So as the Kali, and we're going to get into this real quick because I'm not going to do a full teaching on Kali. This is how much of Kali there is. There's too much. I go through these. There's so much of me and how God created me in the sense of destruction and love. Okay, so that's going back to Lilith. Lilith was untamed. I was untamed. It was my first incarnation. Now, after going from all of my incarnations, I go back and I have to handle the karma from each incarnation played out here with the members of that lifetime that are actually my soul tribe and my fucking 12, my 12 twin flames, plus 2. And I have other people that are contracted from those times that are here. You're here, you just don't know who you are. And if I was to tell you, that's it. If I tell you everything, it'll blow your fucking head. No, seriously. And that's why we take it one step at a time. And it sucks because it's like I sit there anticipating your awakening. It's like, are they going to wake up? Anyway, so going into that. For today, and it's actually tomorrow, but it's come today. And there's too much going on today. Egyptian energy. Right here, January 10th. Okay, so that's tomorrow, but it's today. I told you why. Why? What time is it in Egypt? Has the moon coming? Then it's the next day. Shut the fuck up. I told you I'm on a different timeline, obviously, but I'm a multi-dimensional being. I travel as Lilith through the tree of life. I go to the light as a Melchizedek order. You ascend to the light, and that's where we are right now. We're pulling from the light, messages from the light, to come down. You see how the light's doing all that? I have nothing to do with any of that. It's not doing it here. It's only doing it on the camera. I just want to tell you that. I go to the light and I come down into the darkness. And that's the days of the week. I have to get these messages because on Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, what the fuck is going to happen to us? We're getting prepared for it right now so that the shadows of Friday, Saturday come and we can stand in the light of Sunday and walk through our mind, cruise through the process of our mind into a portal on Monday and be something new on a Tuesday. I teach all of this. Okay? So, right now, we're going into a new deacon. And so this one, I tried to get all of that out. I have a lot of energy built up and I have to teach you all of this and get it all out of me, and it's explosive. I have messages and stuff from all different realms pushing that want to be heard and spoke of, and you know what I mean? All of this, down to the natives. We spoke about that, and that's going back to the land. You fucking took their land, bro. You took their land, bro. And that's what's happening over there. The wars over there started before. Everybody knew that light of Israel. It started the whole story. What happened? You took their land. Whose land? Everybody's fighting over the land, and none of it's yours. It's God's. The meek, meaning those that humble ourselves and that he pushes out of this war, that he pushes out into the forest. Those of us that become meek and humbled shall inherit the new earth. But it's burning, bitch. The bitch is on fire, bro. They're killing each other over land that's not theirs. Oh my God. And all the resources are gone. That's what I was laughing about. She's like, there was no water in the hydrants. I said, no. God took away their bird and their bush. It's unbelievable, right? Unfucking believable. They're like apocalyptic. Yeah, that's what they said this was going to look like. Look at the lights are all... Step into the light, Caroline. I'm such a creepo person, right? No, bro. I didn't know shit. I only knew the Bible too. And obviously we didn't know everything, but that's what we do is I'm here to get you through this. So anyways, we're supposed to be on our next deacon. So let's just start with the Egyptian energy and we'll kind of move from there because that's the way we are going to do this. We were in a planting seeds. So now, oh shit, we're taking the journey through life. What did I hear? That's life. Who sang that song? Frank Sinatra or something? Okay, you're going to hear a bunch of throat chakra and nasty stuff coming out because a lot's coming out through my throat. That's how I'm channeling this shit. All right, journey through life. Number 15 is where we're at. Okay, let me see. Breathe. They taught us to take a breather. It's all in my lungs. It's everywhere. I went to 17. No. 12. 15. Sorry, I'm just confirming. Restraint from conflict. Yep. 14 was sowing seeds. So here we are. The middle of the boat or heart of the ship. All right. This is the group of the boat. And minerals are glass and gold. Remember, those are gold. Oh, wow. As if there wasn't going on. I had a call for help. And it goes from the call back to the page. So if you could give me one moment. He's worried about his child's temperature. And I told him I had a thermometer. So give me a second. Brand new. Anyway, so he's like, I feel like she's not warming up. I was like, did you put clothes on her? Is she bundled up? And he's like, yeah. What's the normal temperature? Oh my god.
It's like
96. 96. Which I don't know. It might say Celsius and shit. I don't know the fucking conversion because I'm American.
I'll bring my phone.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so yeah, Dad's at home with the babies and Mom got a new job and he feels like she might be sick. And that's not what I want to hear after reading all those cards. Let's just take this journey through life. Oh my God, Becky. My whole system is just overfilling and my chakras hurt and I'm like, oh my gosh, Becky. All right, so glass and mineral on page 80. 8 is infinity, all of that. Journey through life. This card can have many meanings in the reading. Most obvious is your life path. Where are you going? That's very interesting because of our next cards. We had, spiritual, we had all of these awakening cards. I saw Gabriel in my cards yesterday, which brings the holy purpose. Gabriel, I mean, if there was an angel to fear, if there was really a voice of God that, doesn't sit well with me, I guess it is, it's got to be Gabriel. It always has been. And why? I'm not really sure because I shouldn't fear him. But it was ever since our first meeting, I spoke to him like, this is exactly what I said to him. I didn't know it was him at the time. But I said, where have you been? It's time. Meaning I spoke kind of like, where the fuck you been? What's up? But every time he comes into my life, bro, I'm like so like he shakes. Maybe it's because I know his presence is so fucking felt. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Maybe because his presence is so felt, I feel the fear in my flesh. And they have many speakings. That's what I was thinking about. It's like my flesh fears his presence because his presence brings such authority. So he showed up too, talking about our purpose. You know what I mean? Where are you going? Where have you been? This card invites you to ask these questions of yourself and find answers on your neighboring cards. Then I saw Lewis, dude. Lewis just turned 40. It's like, oh my God, are you waking up? Because holy shit. And I think about it, you know, at first he kind of started to wake up and he was like, he posted it. He's like, I'm a soul having a human experience. And then there was all this backlash, so he changed it. And he's all, I'm a man on many missions. Do you understand what's going on right now? You have it all tattooed all over your body. You have the maps to the universe tattooed on your fucking body. Do you understand the meaning of this? Do you know why you are wearing such stripes? And that I need you, my fucking knight in shining armor, my Christ consciousness, my light. I need you. I need all of you, though. I need the darkness. I need all of your voices, bro. I need your ears. I need your eyes. And I need your voices. Please. I'm here to give you a very important message, but I need you to spread this message, bro. We need this out. We need to get people... We need to put out some of the fucking fires. We can't put out God's fires, but the ones that are raging inside of these humans, bro. Oh my goodness. And then there's the oblivious. Our leaders are over there with cocktails and celebrating, you know, the fucking death of a man. Oh God. That did greater works than them. Like they literally are. All of our leaders are over there, you know, all I gotta say is that they don't really care about us. All I gotta say is that they don't really care about us. You gotta make a change for once in your life, starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, there goes my stomach. Everything's going off inside of this body. If this card is found in the center of the 3-card reading, I mean, I think so, because I always read 3 cards with it. It is the most fortunate position possible. And that's what I saw earlier. Is like I cried about this. I was like, yeah, we're getting over it, guys. But you don't understand. They're going to call us in for bigger and badder battles. You don't call, and they gave it to me as a reminder on my fucking jade. Remember me. Though we have to go away. It's stuck in my hair. It's stuck in my braids.
Say goodbye.
Anyways, they gave me my freaking heart. You wear your heart on your sleeves, dude. You walk in your heart. It's stuck in my hair. Okay, come on, please don't make me tear my hair. Oh, this happens all the time. Anyways, take a breath. We gotta slow down. There's too much going on. There's too much. Now you can help me get this thing out of my hair. I don't want to tear my hair. Okay, wait. I got a few hairs out. Breathe. Okay, I'm free. I've broken from my own bondages. Fucking 8 of Swords. Fucking stick a sword in me. Anyways, okay, just breathe. There's a lot going on. I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. And that's what I said. They're going to call us in for duty, dude. You're like, they believe that we can do some shit that we don't believe. But they don't know. We don't know what we're capable of. They do. And that's what I said. Khalik. Why do you think Joan of Arc is here? She's ready to fight, bro. She don't give a shit about the age on her skin, dude. She will take you, me, my mom, your dog. She don't give a shit, bro. She will take you on if her fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah, she's a, what is she? A fire sign, Sagittarius. Anyways, this card reading is the most fortunate and passionate. Another interpretation may be an actual journey or other movement. Like the 6 of Swords, transition, bro. You're taking a transition. Or the tower. I told you, their towers are falling, bro, and they're trying to fucking... That's what I laughed about yesterday. They're trying to... All they're worried about is infrastructure containment. I was like, you can't contain a fire. It's Sagittarius season. This is how it works. Aries is the light, is the spark of the fire. Leo, it might be a fire sign. Yes, bitch, it is on fire. Somebody call 911. Where does that come from? Jesus was born on 9/11, bro, when the towers fell. This has all been, it's all time, bro. That's why you see these number synchronicities. It's all codes so you understand what's going on. So that you ain't got to have fear. Fear is nothing more than the skin. Your spirit knows what's going on, dude, and what you came to do and what's going on. Okay, thanks, Bernie Mac. This card could mean there is a trip or a move concerning a near future. I bet that's your Chariot card that we read. Where are you going to move to? Our hills, bro. Come here. Come to me if you want to live. I'm serious. I'm serious. Where I go... Okay, first off, I have to remind you, I am the light. I am the light. And I come here bearing the light in the dark times. Okay? So I am all protected by the light. And I go to places to have them activated and protected as well. I've done many works to certain areas, to working with the land and working with the spirits and working with the chakra points and working with the meridian lines to activate certain areas of protection. Where else is protected? The Choctaw Nation. They're protected. All of them know. I told Mr. Plum, we saw it. We saw it. I saw it. I fucking saw it. I saw a lightning bolt hits her fucking house. Whose? Miss Fry's. Her biggest fear was that her fucking roof would start on fire, and I saw it happening. I said, it'll all burn around you, but your house is safe and anointed. You were one of the anointed. That's why I came to your house. Just like the people that, the special places where Jesus took them. This place of the homeless, of the broken, of the sinners, as they are out there, you know what I mean, killing, you know, lying and cheating and in pain and suffering, doing drugs and fucking selling their body. Somebody came up yesterday, they're like, hey, you got any blues? So what the fuck is that? They're like, fentanyl? I was like, that's what they call it? They're like, well, sometimes. That's like the higher level. I was like, what? And they started listing all this shit. I was like, wow. It's like I've just been removed from it for so many decades. I just didn't know there was so much out there that people are doing and using, do you know what I mean, to mask their pains and their suffering and their fears. But all of us do in some way or another, and this is what's going to happen right now. God has shoved them into their in the most terrifying ways, into humility. He's taken their bird and their bush, bro. It doesn't mean he doesn't love those people. He used his own people. He uses his own. That's that judgment card, bro, that we all pulled. It's the final judgment. And Jesus, the Christ consciousness, is upon it. We, the people, bear witness. But who are we to judge? Are we judging God? We're here to judge and say what is good and what is evil when we know that God is all good. And the only evil is that of the fears of man and what it conspires to do on this earth and to each other. I want to just point out, somebody stole my pants. Somebody stole my pants. I was like, wow. I can't imagine what the karma is for stealing the pants of, stealing Jesus's pants. In essence, that I'm Christ and Christ lives within me. Even worse, though, I'm all of the darkness. So, I don't think the light's going to come get you for stealing my dark pants. They really did. Are you serious? I'm serious, bro. Somebody stole my pants when I was doing laundry. And I kind of saw it, too. My Holy Spirit had this fear. My flesh had this fear. Somebody's going to steal your clothes. So for the most part, I stayed down there, but I didn't. And certain things of my wardrobe are missing. I think my fucking 3 of Cups shirt, which is very haunting. I started wearing this cup with this shirt without knowing, or the 3 of Swords, without knowing what it was. It was a heart with swords in it, and it looked like a fucking cool, card. I had no idea what that meant. It means pain and suffering, heartbreak and sorrow. Somebody stole that shirt and put it on. You put on pain and suffering and heartbreak of sorrow, of not just Lilith, but all of my darkness that I carry for mankind, for I am the source of all pain. You put that shit on. You use, and that's where you're like, what were they thinking? What were you thinking? They didn't know it, to whom they stole from. Now, their higher self put them in that situation. They put them in that. They put them in that, bro. Meaning what? They're going to feel it. You shall reap what you sow. And you have no idea what this fabric was made of. For, as much as I am the light, I am the dark, and all things that I touch shall be cleansed, but they all carry my footprint. And that's what it is while I'm set apart is because of that. And, going back to all this bullshit, taking your journey, come with me if you want to live. Anyways, if the card is found in conjunction with Carrie, Hep, and Deacon 3, Of course, we're in the threes. It is a clear sign that the major life change is about to occur, one that will alter your life path forever. This is going to change history forever, and it's all happening. I was laughing about Trump. I was like, yes, you are walking into exactly what the fuck you signed up for, bitch. Here comes the new plague. All of the world is on fire. Make America great again. As you sit there and toast to the forefathers who art now in heaven. Hallowed be their name. I've been on one, you guys, because I'm on one. I mean, seriously, it's unreal. And right here, what's happening in mine? Dude, it's frozen over. I can't even get in my car. I mean, I could. And that's what I said. He's like, are you going to come out this way? I was like, when God opens a path. I was like, I'm not going nowhere right now. The fucking world is on fire. It's the end of the world. You tell me when to move, and I ain't moving. Like last night, I didn't move towards work. He didn't say to go to work. I didn't go to work. I have all faith in God. Bro, all faith. If he's going to take this car, if he's going to take anything, I surrender. That's the difference between you people. You're like, you gave up your whole life. I sure did. To have this kind of peace, bro. This kind of understanding. I gave up everything he told me to give up. And that's what the tower is. You would not give up the things. You would not hear the voice of God before this came. You did not walk in the spirit. You missed it, bro. There are some now they'll waken the fuck up real fast now. They're going to have a huge appreciation for life. They shall be humbled. He preserved life, guys. The animals have an instinct. He protected the animals, and that's the crone season. He protected the animals. Only 5 people died, and those are the 5 people that's like, I'm going out in a blaze of fire. Hey, Godspeed. I'll see you in the next run, bro. That's unbelievable, unless that was the end of their run. Their lives, we will hear about them. We will, make altars to these people and the fallen and all of this stuff that's just continuing. You know what I mean? It's happening. Have an understanding for what's happening. Have understanding that God is in all of this. And then your books are like, but the devil, the Antichrist. You mean the guy that's nothing like Christ, that's over there toasting? What's in your cup? It's not love, bro. That's not love. Fuck. I'm serious. They're getting lit. And we're over here literally on fire. We're frozen, bro. I mean, seriously. And in the sense of, what's the difference? In the cold, you can just, you put on more. And that's what they tell us to do. You stay inside with your feelings. You stay warm. You Netflix and chill. You watch the fucking fire. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so me. But I'm me. That's all I can be. All right. On the card, there's a man rowing a boat with a mummified passenger. And that's exactly what my 6 of Swords card looks like. I just want to show you. That's exactly. This bitch is row. Just keep swimming, bro. Where's my cards? I mean, seriously, you just gotta. Here it is. Have faith. You're like, where's my cards? I don't know. They're all over the place. This thing could go on all day. I might be live all day because, God is really living. All right, so the Hangman. Okay. I gotta show you all this shit. See, this is all cultures. There's my 3 of... Oh, no, that's the 4 of Swords. That's where we're chilling. We're just taking the adventure, bro. There it is. What is that? The Page of Swords. And that's it. We were in our swords. Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Life, bro. Even the Aztecs knew what was up. Wands. Right? There's your Chariot. I'm chilling, bro. But let me show you. Justice. Worry. Come on. There's the 3 of Swords. Like, you put that shit on? Go ahead. You'll probably wear. And actually, I've lost so much weight that those clothes didn't fit me. They didn't fit me, and God just gave me all new pants. I was like, oh, okay, so I don't wear. I know, and I feel like they didn't fit me. I just liked them because they were comfortable. God said, let it burn. Let them burn in your clothes. That's it. You better stop trying to be me, the High Priestess. That's me. That's me with the natives. I'm like, did you guys notice my last offering that I did up at Red Rocks that had the pomegranate? All of that. My moon, my skin that I just shed. Like, come on, guys. I just shed my skin. This was from my ceremony like 2 weeks ago when I burnt my Yule log and I did all that reading about, facing my Lilith. And a dog? No. A Yule log. When we had to do that ceremony, like right over there, what was that, December 21st? Go back to my readings. Happy Family, Tens of Cups. I'm trying to show you bitches, but it's probably... There's the tower. The all-seeing tower. It's all falling on them. It all falls down. Thanks, Kanye. There it is. I told you. Told you, bro. That's why I have my cards. What's in your tarot? Millie has the Stranger Things. That talks to her. That movie talked to her. It resonated with her. I don't know. Anyways, let's go back to this. Six of Swords and taking the journey and shit. The card there is a man rowing a boat with a mummified passenger. When the life changes occur, you will be the rower guiding the boat or the one who is... Will you be the rower guiding the boat or the one who is alongside for the ride? And that's it. The blind leading the blind right now. I was like, are you just along? And that's what I shared. 21 pilots. Enjoying the ride as everything burns. Like, I mean, I'm sorry to be... I'm not being insensitive. I feel for everyone. But I know what God is doing. And that's being that... the King of Cups. There's a difference between being the Queen of Cups, which is all loving, and then the King of Cups, where you balance that. It's like, I can't. We can't. Somebody has to say no between us. And that's it. It's like, I can't not love this shit. That's where I am with Lewis. It's like, if you don't wear the manhood, then that makes me, and that's unbalanced. Maybe... Why do I have to be the girl? These are all reverse roles. Okay, it makes sense. Come with me if you want to live. Don't you have a house in the hills? Come on. You better know how to drive the snow better than me. I guess maybe Marshall and all them do. I don't. Not really. Obviously, that's why I'm stuck inside in hibernation, which I'm loving. Okay. Anyways, when a life changes occurs, will you be the rower guiding the boat or the one who is along for the ride? Pyramid texts and coffin texts use imagery of boats and barques to describe the journey of the deceased through the afterlife. Yeah, we've been talking about that. It's the death season. All things must die for all things to be reborn. Please work with me in this, guys. Please understand that I'm not being mean. Hebby, why, I don't know what the fucking name was this. Is that your name? Yeah, I should have learned how to say it. What is it? Harry Ibe, we are. Harry Ibe, we are. Okay, come on, Idaho. Harry Ibe, we are, is a deacon that can be called on to aid the self-realization and self-improvement. Spell 262. Remember, every 26,000 years. All of our old schools know that 26 was always our number, brought to us by Pac. We were supposed to know that. Why? Because when this started, he had been dead for 26 years. So he was always identified as the number 26. My daughter identifies as the number 27. The 17s are three of them. That's Bobby, that's Marshall, and that's Lewis. Lewis's birthday was just the other day on the 7th. 1-7. Yes. 25. 7. 1-7. All the you watch all this shit. It all is in the language. It's the language of fucking Metatron, geometric. You know, that's what he brings. All that bullshit. Then okay. Here's the text states. See, then you have reached the highest of heaven. You have seen yourself in the night barge, and it is you who have rowed it. And that's what Jesus came on Sunday's reading. It's like, now you know thyself. Now you know thy Father. Now you see how I live within you, and you are an embodiment of me, and you know who you are. And that's where I got back to, wait, I'm not you. I'm me. But I've always been like you. I was created like you in a different part of me that I haven't been part of, that hasn't been part of me for some time. But it still lies dormant inside of me. Yes, true story. All right, Hebby, oh gosh, what's your name? Harry Ibe Weha. Harry Ibe Weha. Okay, it's very native. Perfectly encapsulates the meaning behind the boat group of deacons. It represents the barque in which you travel through your life, your physical body, and the journey it takes as you grow in age and have new experiences. That goes back to our Capricorn, who again is Lewis, and this is his time to shine. And it goes back to our Saturn, right? The journey of growth and age and new experiences. The other parts of your individual experience are explored by the successive deacons, Deacon 16, which deals with spiritual journeys. That's what comes next. All right. And then what comes after that is Kenmu, the Deacon 17, which deals with death. And then Tepi Senmet, Deacon 18, which covers mental and intellectual worlds inside your head. We are going through a crash course awakening, people. We have all the deacons. These are lined for 10 days at a time. Right now, you're going through the journey. Okay, so imagine being birthed. You're going through the dark night of the soul. You're going through the canal. You don't know what's out there. And you have to stay in this canal until you're pushed out into the light. What happens when you get in the light? It's all blinding. So that's what's happening now. What's the light? Truth. God's love is truth. He shows you the truth. And that's what happened to Neo when they pulled him out of the Matrix. He couldn't take it. He's going to pop. He's going to pop. And that's it. But then you go back to that next video when he's like, when Neo, or when, whatever his fucking face is, teaches him to jump over the fucking, to jump. He's like, you think he'll do it? Can he do it the first time? What did he need to do? He just needed to believe he could be on the other side. Halfway through jumping, he realized he was jumping rather than seeing himself on the other side. I'm going to take you through this. There was lots of movies, music. They came and delivered us messages that we could catch. Real sly shit, bro. It's all written there. We're going to get through this. But you're waking up, and you're going to pop. Pop goes the weasel. Not fucking funny. All right, so we've got this. That's what? 40 days. 40 days. I heard 40 days of darkness. Shut up. That's some bullshit. It could be true, though, because the light doesn't shine until Ostara, which we know. The first light, which is the Queen of Swords. Or no, the Princess of... Fuck, it's in my cards. A different card set. I don't have it. Let's just keep going. So we've got this stage, right? Then it comes the next stage. In 10 days, you'll take your spiritual journey. 10 days from that, you will deal with the death, right? Which is everything dying, and it's probably ego deaths. Some people will probably die, honestly, because we have a fucking plague coming in. And then after that, 10 days after that, this is going to deal with your mental and intellectual beings, right? How you think. You'll have to it's going to blow your heart and then your mind, right? What? Truth, bro. Light. I'm telling you, it's fucking intense. We're going to go through this. The hieroglyphic for the human heart can also mean middle. Told you, it starts with your heart. Your heart breaks open, and that's where all the darkness comes through, and it feeds through your fucking mind. I am the dark goddess to walk you through those dark feelings, to reprogram your fucking heart and mind, the wicked thoughts of your mind that are created from the fucking hurt feelings of your heart. You're just hurt. And you hurt people. Hurt people, bro. The hieroglyphic for the human heart can also mean middle. In the case of this deacon, either transition will hold the same meaning. Notice that the card and the iconography of the heart is both the original. I'm seeing everybody's heart. Hold on. They're showing me the heart of Jesus. They're showing me Mary Magdalene. They're showing me the Sacred Heart. Original hieroglyphy, I can't speak, and the jar held by the man rowing the boat. The deacon is depicted as a baboon surrounded by the disk of Re inside the solar barquet. As you journey through life, you have what you continue to carry with you. Okay, that's it. You have your other lives with you. You have all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom of all of your mastering of other lives to carry through this life. Not only that, yourself, all your beings of yourself and all your incarnations pushing you with all this wisdom to trying to put itself back into you. It's trying to put itself back into you. You're trying to put your soul that you're not fully familiar with, that's running you, is trying to put itself back into the body. And it has to break through the heart and through the mind. This is what's happening, truthfully. So you will inhabit your whole true self, which is, a divine spirit created through many lifetimes here at doing God's work. Okay? Ritual. Can be called upon for aid with self-realization and self-improvement. Spell 626. Experiment 626. That was from, what movie? Lilo and Stitch. The pyramid text says, "See, then you shall have reached the heights of heaven. You have seen yourself in the night barge, and now it is you who have seen and rode it." For detailed information, you can do this ritual. I did one in the beginning. So we have our 40-day forecast from them. I'll keep you up every 10 days because when this rolls, we roll other energy. What do we roll with them? I always call it the Krishna energy, but I never really bring Krishna until Krishna brought himself into the energy, which is yesterday's teachings. All of those teachings I taught you yesterday, which was traveling to the other planets and the science of self-realization. I learned it through one book called The Science of Reincarnation, The Science of Reincarnation. I already realized that I was reincarnated, so I needed to understand my reincarnations. I was already self-realized that I was reincarnated. That's why we do it kind of backwards. You guys are becoming self-realized at this moment. So these cards, another part of the journey, when I get into certain areas, they give me new teaching tools for the new season that we're in, right? Right. So these cards came and I didn't know exactly what to call them because they have all of the gods, right? Many. So I call it the Krishna energy because Krishna was the ascending master that was here that taught them these things. But Buddha, again, is an ascending master, the Lord of compassion, the Lord of love. These two, again, were part of the Christ consciousness. Now you take in my other ascending masters, which was Melchizedek, who teaches the divine love in the service, okay? Then you take in Metatron, who's, you know what I mean, the universe. He teaches you the sacred geometry and all of this, okay? Now, Krishna was part of the gods of Vishnu, who is the maintainer of the universe. Each culture, each religion had a hierarchy. Now that goes back to the Palladians. They were teaching you theirs, which were called the brotherhood and the this and the that. Each culture, and that goes back to the magic schools that they were giving, had their gods and goddesses. So we just taught you about the Deacon group of the Egyptians. Okay, they had their gods and goddesses. Now these gods and goddesses aligned during that time, or during a different time in a different culture, replaying time of us. We were them, and then we were these people, and then we were those people. You are my people. You've always been my people. We're in a dark era. You need to wake up, because what are we doing? We're raising our darkness into this era. But you guys want to be all fake and love and light about some bullshit. We cannot be all love and light, Lewis, Allie. You can't fake this, dude. You must harness this darkness around us or you will be consumed by the darkness yourself. Anyways, so I call it the Krishna energy. But there's more than that that's inside of these cards, which goes back to, this is always usually the version of myself that I put up at my altar, the goddess of destruction. Go back to Lilith. My teaching on Lilith that I just did in the week. He created me this in many versions. I replayed different levels. From light to dark to light to dark. I am ascending master of the light and the dark. Light and the dark. I can do both. And that's how I move through the light and the dark. So there I am as the goddess of destruction and the goddess of darkness. The first form I took was the goddess of darkness as Lilith. I needed all of my versions of myself to be mastered in this. I needed to master my first version. All right, understand. I didn't understand that I was nothing more than a seed of God, his precious daughter. And I had gone dark, and I didn't understand that my purpose and why he had made me for such things until I had mastered it and wore it in other lives. And that's where I am here, and masturbators and shit. Masturbator. All right, quit playing around. So let's just talk about him because he's all in the energy. This is what he brings to us. Ocean of compassion. That's your feelings, the water. And that's it too, going back to Poseidon, the oceans. I was casted into the water. The god of the waters, you know what I mean, took my powers. You know what I mean? I would sit there. You don't understand. It's like it's just playing both sides all the time. It's like, that goes back to that song. It's like, I used to rule this world, and now I clean the streets. I sweep the streets. I used to rule. It's crazy. O friend of the most fallen. Okay, who's the fallen? Hello. Lord of the universe, love of the gossips. O lover of Radaha. I pay my obediences to you. Okay, what do we get? A sense of humor. We've got to laugh our way through this. And that is the best joy, is laughter. It's a light that I really can't harness too well. And the kids can't stand it. It blows out of my mouth in the most obscene ways, and it drops my body to the ground. If you ever catch me laughing, like, it's literally, it fills the whole room. You can't hold it. The light can't hold it. I can't hold the light of it. All right. Universal love and charity. Okay? Success in loving relationships. Carefree attitude towards life. And that's Buddha. We don't worry about such things. God's got us. Okay? So that's our Krishna energy. Obviously, Krishna himself. But the maintainer of the universe is also here, along with Melchizedek and Metatron, which is Vishnu. I offer homage to you, O Master of all gods, O Suri Vishnu, O Supreme Powerful One. I want to point out, I used to always put bananas in my altar, which is my car, which is my dashboard. I had bananas up there all the time. And I finally asked one day, who the hell are the bananas for? Vishnu. O Suri Vishnu, O Supreme Powerful One, you are the original conscious being. You are beyond the material qualities, and yet you possess all the eternal virtues. At that moment, I saw Pac. And that's it. You got to see, to know the Holy Spirit is to know thyself and to see God in all things and in others. Think about it. You're the original gangster consciousness. You are beyond the material world. And yet, you were so the streets, bro. Right? Right. Yet you possess all the eternal virtues. And that's it. He was all thug life, bro. But he was all pro-life. And he was all humility. He is this, dude. Oh my God, is he a joke? That's why I said he's just everything. He's the most serious joke you'll ever meet. He's so serious. But it's all good in the hood. It's all love. Like, I can't fucking, harnessing him is like harnessing me. And that's why he's got to hold me down. All right. Illumination of the heart. Achieving all success in life. Welfare for one's family. True reverence. They're going to be on welfare, bro, if they didn't plan their retirement properly. And even that, you guys, you don't understand how insurance works. You don't understand. They've lost everything. They have whatever's in their pockets, bro. Whatever they can access from their credit cards, whatever donations they can get. They are at the mercy of our government, of FEMA. Do more shit than FEMA did. I hear, I want to be a billionaire. So fucking bad. Damn, bro. They're going to go. They don't have food. They don't have clothes. You don't understand. It's unbelievable. But that's, how can you fucking favor our Californicationers, literally those on Californication that have another house somewhere else. You know what I mean? Lewis, did you lose your Malibu house? Malibu girl, you are a bit quiet. All of them did. Fuck, it's crazy. Anyways, and then how can you have pity for them and not have pity for, the Islamics that are going through it over there? Or the fucking Russians. They've been at that war for like 2 years now. Everybody forgot about them, what they're doing, with the Ukraine and all that. Forgot how far they've spread, how far that fire's spread. How many people are homeless and have no food and have no nothing and were forced out of their house and fucking, are being raped and killed. You guys shut the fuck up, bro. You can't take favor. These are all God's children, bro. And they're all dying. A fate worse than death because they're suffering from fear. Those of us that are here. Anyways, true reverence for life. This is your life. Make it a good one. Otherwise, you're going to have to come back and make it better. I didn't plan on reading this card. We got so much going. All right, crystal mandalas. I want to tell you about all these crystals. There's a lot of crystals. A whole lot. These are all crystals and all of this. I just really quick, I can't really go into it. I took the time to highlight who is all here. Okay, these are harnessing the energies and the understanding of the power that lies within the ground that we live in. Right, first there was the universe. God created the universe. And then he created earth. And he put all of the universe into the dust of the earth. The crystals. Okay, from all of this, we were created. what are those? Herbs and spices and shit, and everything ISIS. Everything ISIS. Great jokes. They think it's funny. Again, why is everything funny to them? Because laughter. We came to live and love and laugh. Laughter, bro. Do you understand the power of a good... Oh, you don't really... You've never laughed like I laugh. All right, so first thing, clear quartz is Metatron. Metatron is present because we keep the clear quartz, but also we pay homage to him. We read his messages. We put his cards up, put his picture on our wall. We do invocations. We do all of this. This is what it means to be the High Priestess, okay? Along with that, Melchizedek is selenite. Selenite. Okay? Okay. And then again, you've seen, I've taught you all about Melchizedek. Blue obsidian, we don't have. Lapis lazuli. This is this one. I have it all over. Lazuli, whatever. Yeah, you're right. Lazuli. Is Archangel Michael. Okay? Carnelian. Is this one. Is Angel Ida, but there's more. The turquoise, which is this one, is Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. All right, the tiger's eye, which has been out a whole bunch, is Archangel Adnakel. Go back to last night's video. Adnakel is part of the golden ray of the Christ consciousness. We'll get to him soon enough. Okay, malachite is not here, but it's at my... I showed you all those stones and stuff. It's within distance. My altar is not limited to one space. Have the malachite, and the malachite is... where am I at? It should be Raphael. Yeah, Raphael. Rose quartz, all of the time. Archangel Bathael, which is... Angel Bathel, which is... Bath coal, which is also, the rose quartz represents the heart, which represents all of the female deities. Okay, so that would be a representation of all the way back to Mother Mary, pretty much. But I also have aquamarine, which is bath coal, angel bath coal. Okay, smoky quartz is here, and that's Angel Uziel, but it's also the Kali spirit. Okay, there's many. They were known for, you could access different ones through the earth, all different kinds. Okay, Rhonda Wright, that's this one. That's Ascending Master Yogananda. I don't know who that is, but they're here. I don't have all of them. They're in this bag, and I put them up there. The Masagate is Ascending Master Kuthmi. I don't know. Amethyst, which is not here, but it's always here, is Ascending Master Saint Germain. The pearl is Kuan Yin. Okay. Celestine is Mother Mary. Ascending Master Buddha. I don't have one for him. All right. Ascending Master Helos, but we also said the seed train is also Metatron. Okay, let's see. What else are we going through here? I'm trying to run through them. Mica, which is Hecate. I have my mica that is very dangerous. I don't put out the mica. It sits underneath a whole thing on a big, very altar. It's crazy. You have to ground the mica. It's very dangerous. Don't play with mica. Black obsidian, the goddess Kali. Okay, but that's my Morgan. And that goes back to my actual skin, which was from, my family, who fucking part of the Spaniards came and crucified in the name of Jesus on the Mayan temples and all this shit. Oh my God, they came for the black obsidian. You're like, yeah, bro. Amber. The goddess Freya. Okay, that's from Odin and all that bullshit. Okay, lava stone. It's not out here right now, but that's the goddess Pel. That's from the Lumerians as well. She's part of, the Hawaiians and all of that. Okay, that's just from this book alone. Just from this book alone. There's so much more to do. And this other book, I was guided to give it to the man who gave me those. He doesn't know the power in which he holds and what he deals with. He needs this book more than me. I'm not going to do this. He needs to understand, because when he sees these stones in the water and he's out there mining, now he can know the power in which of the stones that are given to him that stand out to him. And he can start becoming the powers that he has. Right now, he thinks they're just stones. Right? He needs to know. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to jam through this. She's hungry, which means I need to wrap this up. All right. Where was I at? Okay, so we need to do the Odin energy real quick. because obviously Freya, Odin energy. So then those are the Lemurian seed. This is rose quartz. All of them are different, right? All of them have different meaning. Why is the apple there? Come on, the apple of knowledge and wisdom. The apple was always known as that. And it's part of honoring the crones. There's apple at the altars. Okay, all of these stones, all of these are significations. That's how amulets and stuff. That goes back to the Palladian teachings. Oh, Baldur. Baldur was the Jesus. Baldur was the Jesus of the Odin times. He was killed by Loki. It's a Cain and Abel situation. It happens in all. Same with Set and Osiris. Time plays out. It's a played out story. Brothers kill brothers, bro, because they're chosen and they're not, and the favor, and you got it better, and God loves you more, and you're the chosen, so I shall kill you. Why do you think they went after Mother Mary and killed Jesus? Because he was chosen. They didn't know what the fuck he was chosen for. To die on the cross is what he was chosen for. To live a life of humility and poverty and love a bunch of people that wanted to kill him. Yeah. They just wanted to kill him before he fulfilled that fucking prophecy of them killing him. It was always going to be that they were going to kill him. But it was always going to be that he was going to come back. You're going to die to the flesh. And everybody's going to attack you when you take your ego off and you start walking in your spirit. They're going to hang you for everything that your flesh ever did and said. And be like, no, you're not you're not forgiven. You're not a holy person. You're not this. Remember, you used to smoke crack. You used to suck dick. You used to do this. Yeah, I did. I did all of those things only to become something great, and you shall too. You will not hang me to to what you perceive are my sins. For I wear the skin of those that wore it before me. And I do it better. I'll suck the shit out of you, bitch. Ha! Anyways, going on. So anyways, Baldur, in that time, was the Jesus of that time. I'm going to try to find this card. I went to Odin. Loki. And that's just, Loki played you loved Loki, but you had to watch your ass with Loki. Lucifer. You loved Lucifer, but you had to watch your ass with Lucifer. Lucifer wanted to, He wanted to be that guy. Baldur, iconically, is the most interesting thing about Baldur is his death. According to Old Norse, Baldur is the son of Odin and Frigg, and is Odin's best-loved son. Good-looking and fair, Baldur's death is the first in the chain of unfortunate events that ultimately leads to the destruction of the gods at Ragnarok. And that was it. When they hung Jesus, that was the beginning of the end. He proclaimed, he knew what he was here to do. All he was a messenger of God as well. And he got persecuted like every single one of us, before. Not this time, bitch. You don't catch this witch. You don't catch this witch. And that's the great part, is I always win. I don't have to worry about this. I don't lose in this. Nobody harms me in this. They don't stop me in this. I win to the very end. But anyways, that was it. It's like, you started this timer. But during that time, he had so much time to spread the word. And another great one is my favorite, is Paul. And then starting, even though the Roman Catholic Church destroyed all of paganism, with the very words and the vision that was given to St. Patrick to go and spread and save these people, St. Patrick is one of my favorite. And that goes back to, that goes back to Albert Einstein over here. He didn't know the destruction that man would do when they were given the power of the gods. We didn't know what you guys would do if we gave you such knowledge and such wisdom, how you would hurt each other and everyone around you. But that was the same thing that was given to us. God gave it to us, and he didn't know how bad we were going to hurt each other either, and those around us. It's just played out, guys. We're going to play out these roles and clean up our messes. Okay? For me, the most important aspect of Baldur is his fairness and his light that emanates from within him. He is compared to the whitest of all planets, the mayweed, and similar seed mayweed and the lily of the valley. He was also known across the realms for his wisdom. He is considered the wisest of us Seer. He is eloquent, merciful, and kind. Some would say he's too kind, as his judgment did not hold. When he was killed, everyone is heartbroken. The gods desperately attempted to retrieve his body from hell, but they failed, and they mourned him until the end of Ragnarok. What's hell? The goddess Hel. Who was the goddess Hel? Oh, God. That was Loki's daughter. Loki had a daughter, right? With I can't see her name right now. I can't see her name. He had a daughter, and the daughter came out half light, half dark, and she was unpleasing to the golden era. So he gave her a place where she could rule without people's persecution, where she could be both dark and light, and those that were in the liminal of the dark and light can find rest. So when you're in hell, and I teach you that in my Dark Goddess book, go look through my videos, it will say the gates to hell. When you're in hell, you're in your own personal hell of where you haven't harnessed your light, but you seem to be just really holding on to your darkness. That's all it is. It's just a place. It's a place of, the in-between, the liminals. So when Baldur went down there, they had a great festival, and, it was a great place. And then he went on to, secure his place in the stars, as they always do. There's always just this place, this resting place. Thug's Mansion is what Pot calls it. A place where we can go to kick it. Okay, let's just keep going. They couldn't bring him back, and that's it. It's like, if you really could bring Pac back, would you want him to go through all of that again? He couldn't be Pac without that same life. He had to go through all of that to be who he was. So he'd have to endure it all over again to be that leader again. Why do you ask him to lead when he can lead from where he is, where we can hear his voice and hear his words inside of our heart? Why do you ask for him to come back? Because you in your skin want to enjoy more time with him? Then spend time with him. And that goes for any one of the people that you have lost and that we will lose. Them leaving the skin is an opportunity for you to be closer to them without having to go through the pain of their mind and what holds you, their mouth and their thoughts and their judgment upon you. Like, it'll be all love. I'm going to leave it at that instead of actually, okay, there's a message. That was just, he's got his own intro in the beginning. Let me see if I can find him. In the cards, he should be right in the front. Loki the Trickster. Loki is the 7 of Swords. If you were to pull a card, we went from the 6 of Swords to the 7 of Swords. That's Loki, which is Cain. He's just, did Thor hate Loki? No, he loved him. He just knew he couldn't trust him. You know what I mean? And who's my Loki? Fucking Rustabust. We love him. You just can't trust him. He's up to no good all the time. What is he doing? He's just following his fucking ambitions. Same as fucking Lucifer. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Hades, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Oh, your mind told you this was a good idea? Stupid. Of the flesh. The light. Baldur is the son of Odin and Frigg. He is the husband to the goddess Nanna and the father of the god Forseti. Baldur is so handsome, gracious, and cheerful he gives off light. His message is to be the light you seek. Feel joy in your heart and allow it to expand out to the world and inward towards yourself. It is from the heart that gratitude, compassion, and forgiveness are born. I saw something terrible. I mean, it's not. It's just real. I saw how Lewis and everybody are going to share all this heartbreak. They're going to show that they're heartbroken. They're not going to show people how to stand brave and have trust and faith. They're going to feel the woes. They're trying to woo you. They're trying to woe you. Like, it's woe. Like, you can't stand tall for these people. You're the blind leading these people. You feel you're filled with just as much fear and terror as the people. We the people. I'm sorry for you. But you're not the only people burning and dying, and that's what I'm trying to show you. Now when the fight has come home, now you're going to act like, poor us. What about the other countries that were fighting our government that needed our help? Now what? Now the rich people need our help? Where's our government? They're having drinks, bro. They're celebrating the life of Jimmy Carter. The Carter 5 is what I heard. Oh, it's the fireman. It's the fireman. I cannot. The synchronicities are unreal. The Broncos will be there. We'll all be there. In our black stallions. Over there. Lewis, if you don't get off your fucking high horse, want to ride around, the redcoats are coming. You British fuck. Fucking guy. Come here. I'll teach you a little something, something. Do not let your anger and resentment... Oh, sorry. Anyways. If you draw Baldur in the reverse, be careful. Remember, Baldur can attract the opposite to light, which is darkness. Darkness becomes you. You could attract sorcerers who want to attach their energy to you and suck you dry. Oh yes, I saw this. I saw this. He's in fear. So he's going to do everything in his power to fight my God that is bringing me to your doorstep. I had no knowledge. Going back to Tree. Tree claimed to be a shaman. In the beginning of this, I called him my spiritual healer. He called to me. He knew. I called him. I didn't know this man. And I called to him and I asked him to go hiking with me. And he said, yeah. When we got up there, he had an inner knowing. And he said, I don't know where this is going to go, but your soul was crying for help. He heard the cries of my soul. And he started to walk in it. But then when he saw my soul and what it was of, and how it was so powerful, he wanted to harness the power. So he started doing dark practices on me. Yes, I know, my friend. I know what you did last summer. 2 summers ago. Whatever. And he started doing all this stuff, trying to energy harvest off of me, which it worked to a certain extent. All of them did. They felt what it felt like to have me by just monitoring me. They were monitoring spirits. They wanted to be me. And I got mad at God, and God's like, they need to emulate you in some way and show others what it means to be you. But they are nothing more than false lights, and they will be seen in their falsities. But yes, he wasn't just the only one. I've said this many times. Russ as well. He tried to steal all of Destiny Swap. They tried to steal it from me. They tried to steal my anointing and put it on, but all they put on was my darkness. Darkness becomes you. So anyways, he has 2 weeks to come up with a plan, a master plan of how he's going to bind me before I bind him. What magic can he use to protect himself from me? Is it me that he needs to protect himself from? When I'm like, I love you, bro. I love you. Is it me? He's trying to protect himself from God, who I serve. Which one? I'm not sure. But can you? Is your flesh more powerful than my God? Is your understanding of teachings of other gods more powerful than the God I serve? I saw this. So now the message has gone out, and he's in fear. What do they do when they're in fear? They attack. You seek to destroy that which you don't understand. And that I sent him that video last night, and he blocked me. You can run, but you can't hide. I know where you'll be at what time and what day. In broad daylight. Will I come to see you at your meet and greet between 2 and 4 in broad daylight? Or will I come later in the night, under the mask of the night, as a pretty face hidden under the cloak of invisibility? Will you ever see me in the crowd? Do I need to be seen to do my works? And am I doing anything but enjoying the energy and being a presence, the light in the darkness that brings the karma of God, that brings the, And did I have any intentions to do such things? No. God, who gave me the vision, the strength, the will, the tenacity, he shall do the rest, for he has gone before me. He stands behind me. Now, let me go back to this. You attract sorcerers who want to attach their energy to you and suck you dry. What do? I've made videos about this. They poison themselves. They poison themselves with the apple. God used me as a ticking time bomb. You can't harness my light because I am of the dark. I just work for the light because even myself can't harness it. Nobody can harness the light. It's God's light. We're just a fragment of it. The whole universe, you want to harness the universe? And that's that video I shared of the phoenix. Come here, touch me. Touch me, tease me all night long. Think about that. Think about me putting the whole universe on Bobby. I put the whole universe on him when I kissed that man. You could say it was a kiss of death, and he disappeared out of my existence. Forever? No. He's bound to his darkness, not mine. His. His shame, his guilt, his regret, his light, his happiness, his sadness, his suffering. I put that much love onto him, and all he felt was his own darknesses. And that's what happens when I love Russ, when I love any of them. But it happens to myself too. When I get that close to loving you, all I can feel is my own shame, my own shadows, my own insecurities, my own fears. God's love is so powerful, and it fucking makes you tremble.
That doesn't sound good.
It's serious. You might need to get that checked out. All of the gods love Baldur for his kindness and gratitude. Do not let your anger and resentment lead you to the dark side. And that's it. I'm not. Whatever darkness I come bringing the light. But my light will only push you into your darkness. You must find your own light. And really, I'm not doing anything to him that hasn't already been done. Again, I already bound Russ and his whole family and many others. What does it mean? It means you're going to be forced to heal. And that's, if you haven't listened to Russ's music, that's all that's happened to him. He's been forced to face himself. And he can't get out of it until he faces himself fully and heals himself fully. Otherwise, he just sits in suffering. There's no growth. He's just chasing his, you know what I mean? He won't evolve. He'll stay there suffering in his own suffering. The difference is, it doesn't affect anyone else but him. He has no effect on any others. And that's what I'm going to do with these guys. Is put them back in their skin and bind their skin to their body. Why am I doing it? Because I love them. Because it's time for you to wake up. You have to face this. You came to me during my awakening. And all of this was meant to be. Why? Because we harness both the dark and the light powers. But you thought yourself more dark than me, and I told all of you from the beginning who I was. I told everyone from the beginning that I was Lilith. And they tried to use all the powers of the dark sides to fight the dark goddess. I am the creation of God's dark power in the female form. And I married my dark counterpart in all eternity, which was Lucifer, Hades, Solomon. You know what I mean? Shall I keep going on? It's not even funny. I harness the darkness, but I bring you the light. Through your own darkness, bitches. It's yours, but it was mine first, and that's how I can teach this with compassion. Remember Baldur's light and ask him to help you. And that's it. How are you going to do this? You need to atone for your sins. One act of love can change your karma. Atone for your sins. What can he do to get out of this? What did I teach you yesterday in the darkness? No, I don't want no peanut butter. What do I look like, a dog?
I look like Mr. Plum.
I guess, probably. I probably need some. She just tried to give me a spoonful of peanut butter. Helps the medicine go down. You pray to God. You ask God, what do I do? She's coming for me. He's going to tell you to do an act of kindness. You need to apologize, I think, would be the easiest to start with. But that's it, too. You know what I mean? You go back to Russ. I told Russ, this is going to cost you. It's going to cost you more than what you ever thought it was going to cost you. You know what I mean? And that goes back to Kanye. Kanye will not regain his soul and any kind of peace in his life until he faces the darkness of what he is and what he's done to others. And what others have done to him. But the longer he tries to maintain his power, the more he'll fall to it. Now, you look at Marshall as he is on the rise. He's rising because he's sharing his, you know what I mean, his journey of facing the darkness that he's put upon himself and others. And he's fighting his fears to be a person, you know what I mean? I guess he was at the game the other day, you know what I mean? After you do it so many times, you know what it feels like. Okay, I know I'm going to freak out and people are going to take pictures of me. I know this is going to happen. You start to know the things that you didn't know that you were afraid of. You start to become, you know what I mean, braver about being brave. But then you have to be brave in different areas, and that's where we're being called into the evolution. Okay, so Jesus, again, it's another Christ consciousness, as they are all here, confirming the bullshit. I need to keep going because, again, my kids are hungry. Fuck. If I had to limit it to a card, because there's so many cards out here. They really did bring too much to the table. The Lightworker card that I wanted to pull, which is on top, and will wait, but what's being called after this awakening, spiritual service. You're being called into spiritual service. And I wanted to give this card to you because it really breaks it down. But at the same time, Aradia, who was the priestess of witchcraft, also has a message. So I'm like, fuck, there's so much talking. Earth healing is happening right now. You just don't understand it, okay? Let's go to 21. And I'm going to give you the card because it's a lot of the picture. They don't just, that's where our visions come from. It's a vision of a picture. And then we can put the picture into words. A picture says 1,000 words. So even these cards, as much as they are animated, they try to put into words what they saw. And that's why Revelations doesn't make sense to your conscious mind. These were people of a different time with a different mind that spoke a different tongue. They tried to paint the picture for you. Okay, spiritual service. Self-doubt can be a habit that is hard to break. It can also slow down your spiritual progress and the fulfillment of your life purpose. Ultimately, it won't stop you, but it can make your progress seem more challenging. It's easier to fulfill your purpose when you acknowledge your own goodness and talent and do what you love to the best of your ability. Realize that you are enough, that your work is good enough, that you have, I'm seeing Mike Stud. All he made it out with was his dog and his hard drive. The Stevenson Ranch that he rebuilt. God towered him. He lived on a houseboat. Like fucking Forrest Gump. He lived in the wetlands. He put him back in the fucking ground. And he rebuilt this whole kingdom, everything, and ran it out of his ranch. And he burnt that ranch to the ground. He made it out with his dog and his hard drive. Will he be dumb enough to do it again? Yes, because he doesn't know how to build a new future off of anything but the way that he's always built. But God has shown him that his foundation is no good. He's going to try to build a foundation off his struggles, off his tears and suffering. You don't build it off of that. You build it off of faith and hope, and God rebuilds you. And then he builds your kingdom for you. I'm sorry for you. And that was the Scorpio card we pulled. Death, transformation, rebirth, the occult, sex, all of this. Realizing that you're enough, that your inner work is good, and that you have something of value to offer. It's time to let go of fear of failure, concern about your ability, and your right to live happy and fulfilled life of success. The universe believes in you. Going back to you, Bobby. Do you believe Trump's going to make America great again? You ready to put on that hat, buddy boy?
Their slogan, smash the potion now.
Your beliefs, guys. Your beliefs. What comes after this? Go figure. The initiation by fire. I'm going to stop there because I have to read another message and we're hungry. We're ready to eat, you know. I've been up for hours. I'm hungry. Yeah, it's heavy, but it's light and it's dark, and that's the balance. That's that, you know what I mean? That's that Buddha symbol that you guys love so much. The fucking, the yin and the yang. It's the yin yang twins, Nika. That's what I heard. All right, so this is, again, just a way to bring the messages from the goddesses. She got her message from Diana, who got her message from Isis, who is me, and that's how I am. Curses. Fuck. Told you. It's not all love and light, bitches. We're breaking curses. And that's the cursed, is what I heard. He bound me, and I'm going to break those. And that's what it did, too. Bobby isn't as innocent as you think. He's been studying the Hermetic principles for quite some time. He was a king of swords. He did do sex magic on me. It's in the stories. I'm not all forgetting. I'm all forgiving. Did I know this when I went into it? Yeah. It's in the back. You don't need to worry about such things when you know that you're more all-powerful. But yes, these three, they did such things. They had the teachings. Someone had taught them how to do these things. And then what happened? I also brought out a book that said sex magic. So he came to my house with all intentions. But I sucked all those intentions straight out of him. Again, he didn't get my energy. And that's the Kundalini rising. If you can't make me come, then you're not going to get it. And in essence, that's all they're trying to do is self-please themselves. So it's really a funny thing. And that goes back to me as the Lilith. You can't have my energy. And this is my power. And if I give you this love, can you harness it? No, you're going to blow your load real fast. And I'm going to have to fucking destroy your babies. Quite literally is what a blowjob is.
What? I paused my video for 1 second.
Don't pause for this cause, because it's a cursed situation here. Do you know the stories of what Lilith and Lucifer did with Adam and Eve?
You sure you don't want
The story of Solomon and the dragon and the Lilith. Right? So it is believed in this time that I will give birth to the Antichrist because it is spirit, a dark spirit. And they sought to persecute Mary for the same thing. She was going to give birth to a god. I am God's children. They're already here. I've been giving birth to God's children. The cursed ones too. It was all there. Love and light, bitch. Let's talk about your cursed. And that's it too. It's like they tried to destiny swap. That's it. They tried to put it all on me, and I did. As my twin flames, I did. I promised I would help clean this up. I'll help you. I'll help take care of this. But you're not going to put it all on me. You can put the blame on me. No. And then I looked to God. Why did you let them do such things? Why did he? Because I can take it. Can you take it? A, B, C, D. Where are we talking about? After a woman's story, Ardea. Here's Christ. Hold on. Okay, they want me to read this. For her security, Ardea began to travel undercover for of the night. As she was making her way through the countryside, one evening she came across a young woman near a large, impressive house. The girl was crying bitterly. Ardea asked the pretty maid why she was so upset. The girl told Ardea that her parents, who were very devout Christians, wished her, the last of her 3 daughters, to enter a covenant and devote her life to Christ. But if she did so, she would never know the love of her husband and never enjoy the pleasures of having children of her own. Oh, shit. They got me. And that's what I said, it's hard for me to express my sexuality, the power that God gave me, because of these things. Mass society of what the priesthood meant. The priesthood meant you and so many women, Mother Cabrini, she was denied the ability of man's touch, but she became the mother of all those children, the orphans. So she still got to endure the children. And that's men. Men don't know the touch of women and the love and the support. They were always supposed to know it. It was always supposed to be a balance. And that's what God wants for me in this life. The love of man, not the hate of man. To have my children, to have this experience that he wanted for all. That happy family in the garden. But if I shall do so, do you know what I mean? It's like and that's what Perseus, the men were devastated when she gave herself to the gods. But then she knew true love in the arm of the man of Achilles, the god of war. In a lifetime of war, you have brought peace. That's it. I will teach you. I will lead you. It's such a beautiful balance. And I just want to point out the cards as I'm looking at it. It's the balance of the dark moon and the light, of the water and the fire. That's it. If I give myself to God, then I surrender this life. But no, you don't understand what it means. It means he's going to give you a better life. And he won't ask you to give up the things that you want of this life. And though we're old, Lewis is going to be a wonderful father. And so is Marshall. For those are things that God promised for his life. Marshall and Lewis and Russ and myself and all of us, we shall have our partner. We shall know the true love of another. We shall bear God's children. We shall experience the happiness of this garden. We shall experience heaven on earth. When the time is right. When the apple is ripe is what I heard. When we have what it takes to raise those children. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, and that's what Bobby said to me. You want to have a newborn in your situation? When he said it like that, I was scared. But I trust God. God will put us in the place. And yeah, Mary had nothing, and she knew the time was coming. I have no place to lay my child. How will I care for my child? They're looking for me. They're going to destroy me and my child. No. She listened, and she waited, and she had to tell another man. Joseph didn't hear the Holy Spirit. He didn't know the Holy Spirit. He had to walk with this faith of his wife and how she was being guided. And that in themselves made a holy family. That wasn't his child, but he was called to raise the child of God. That which in one day would be his Savior and the Savior to all. To just be a father to this child. And know that this child has a great destiny. I cry because it's like they're so scared of what, you know what I mean, being that man for me. But we have such a great calling. Okay, they turned me to that page, and I had to say that because it is part of my calling. I shall bear the seed, one way or another. Curses. Page 36 and 37. Take responsibility for the energy you send out. Every action causes a reaction. That's judgment. That's where you reap what you sow. Everything's coming back to us now. Can an issue be reconciled with love and understanding rather than hatred and revenge? And that's it. Are they going to come at me with love and understanding? I'm sorry for being mean to you during that time. I see now that you really are a servant of God. I'm sorry for what I took from you. I'm sorry for for cursing your name, for, running your name through the dirt. I'm sorry for what I did to you. No. I don't believe so. They're going to act in vengeance and wrath, and you know what I mean? They're waiting to fight me. But are they fighting me? Why? I never did anything to you. I thought you were my friends. I treated you like family. I gave Terrell over $400 to teach me how to perform, only so he could take all that music and make an album out of it. And then when he asked me to sign up, he charged me $25 to sign up for a fucking music showcase that didn't exist, and I asked him for my money back. He stood and laughed in my face and said that there was no refunds, and to take it up with a higher power when he was the one that did me in. And when I told the higher power and everybody what he had done, he attacked me again. He set it up. He set up his fucking music release of this album that he stole, all the inspiration that he stole from my album. He set up the music release the very night of my fucking first show, New Year's Eve. He took my light and put all the spotlight on him. And you yourself, Tree, wouldn't be there for me. And I asked you to perform that song. Every time I was in the spotlight, I invited you to come and perform the songs with me, to stand in my spotlight with me. And you denied me. And you made fun of me. You wanted so badly to own that song that God gave to me through my pain and suffering of Bobby. I went through that night, and the very next morning he told me to sing about it. And I brought you guys in. And you tried to take the fucking song and say it was yours, and you had all power over it. It was my pain and suffering that created that song. And that goes back to Russ. And that goes back to Allie. And Mike. And you too, Marshall. You took my experiences. You took my pain. You took my suffering. You took my healing. And you tried to coin it. And you tried to say it was your power. And it was your purpose. To make yourselves all powerful, as I stood here and watched, humbled in the dirt with nothing. And God said, let it be. And now he asked me to come to you as Kanyin with love and compassion, and allow me to sit in front of you after all you've done to me, and let him work. You don't understand my God, but he's just. And he's going to make all things right again. Because although I was too busy doing his work and working on me, he had a plan. And he saw what everyone else was planning. He's gone before me. And I had to go there to come here. And I had no plans or intentions to ever see the people that hurt me in such ways. But I will be strong, and I will answer that calling. And it will not be me that will strike you. It'll be God's love. Some may have casted negativity upon negative energy upon you, or you may have within you a pattern you need to break. Woodworm and rosemary, blood, garlic, and rue reflect the harm that comes to you and send it back to you. An evil eye it watches, an evil eye I turn. Mirror it back whence it came, and the evil I will burn. Dark magic is worked with harm to none. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection, and so mote it be, and there let it be done. There's what you need, and I showed you. I carry woodworm in my purse, woodworm and mugwort, rosemary, of course, garlic, the blood, and rue. Okay? Evidence of curses. That's it. It's like you're cursed. God, I was the first curse upon man. You're going to try to fight me? What the fuck are you doing? You're cursing yourself. You are the curse, and I came to save you. And all you did was curse yourself more. Or as they are referred to in the Latin maledictum, has been discovered as far back as ancient Uterist, I don't know. However, whilst the witchcraft tradition of the Romans, Babylonians, Egyptians, and many primitive African societies included cursing, it is not universal to all craft traditions. And even where it is included, it is not always used for negative purposes. For instance, some curses are reflected in nature, used to mirror negative energy back to whence it came. God never asked me. I mean, I did in the beginning when I didn't know what I was fighting. I taught everyone how to return that energy. But then he taught me to alchemize. And from that day forward, I took every bit of it. And all I did was consume it. There's not any darkness I can't consume. You don't get back to the light without the consumption of the darkness. Also, powerful negative energy can be raised and directed in an illness within someone's body, not at a person afflicted with the illness. This technique is still used today amongst witches working with the very ill. And I talked about that yesterday in our, faith over that. And late and ancestral spirits and spirits unique to a place are also still invoked today to assist with both positive and negative cursing. And that's what they did. They started invoking the dark to fight me. You can't fight the dark. Once they came upon me, right, they sent these dark entities. It's all in my videos. Russ has traveled all over the fucking world. If him not personally, he was guided by his family and friends to do such things. No, I know a person. I know a this. I know a this. Oh, well, let's try this. Keep using it. Keep sending me all the darkness. What was he doing? In the essence, he was forcing me to heal my own darknesses. No big deal. But the dark entities he was sending to me were sending them to the light. He was sending them home. He was bringing all those demons home, for I am here for the fallen, and to bring them home. So once they got back to me, they saw that I was Lilith, the goddess of darkness. Their mother, the mother of darkness, the only thing in all of the darkness that showed them love. Right? Has come to love them. So even though they came to destroy, they were in full force. They came and were met with love. And I consumed it. Every one of his attacks. Whether it had been spiritual, physical, emotional, or mental. And he plays a lot of those mind games. Emotional games. You know what Bobby's doing right now with the silence. It's only consuming you, not me. The spirit that you're trying to send at me finds peace inside of me. Because I make peace with it. And that spirit that you have invoked with all your power and all your energy and from this dark practitioner has now come home. And all you're left is with the darkness of what you've done. The shame, the seed in which you've planted. The darkness, no, it'll never harm another. And that's why God gives me this, because I was that. I consume the darkness, for I am the darkness. I am the loving darkness, carrying God's loving light. Ugh, it's blinding. All right, so whilst cursing is not part of the contemporary witchcraft tradition, particularly those with a harm none redo at center, our complete witchcraft education includes teaching about curses. And that's it. I'm not going to harm. I've done this already. I cursed mankind. I'm not here to curse you. I'm here to break you from your curses, stupid. For instance, one might learn what a curse is, how to cause a curse, and how to break one. And that's it. How can she keep breaking out of this? How can she? It's ISIS, bro. I was just taking off the layers of bullshit, bro. And that's why I teach people the core of it. They'll keep sending it to you, but if you take it off of you, what's inside of you that it's feeding off of, then every bit of darkness is met with light. Meaning everybody that talks to me, however you give me, whatever you're going to do, bro, whatever your mind says, if you're going to scream at me, if you're going to shout at me, if you're going to have some girls jump me, if you're going to fucking pull a gun on me, all that shit, it's not going to harm me. You're not going to get a rise out of the phoenix. You're not going to get matched with the darkness. You're going to get God's love. For I am the Christ consciousness. But that, and that's it. All Christ gave you was love. What came next was the terror. However, cursing was a tool in ancient Strega armory, and still is for her modern counterparts by all accounts. And in essence, me binding you is a curse. I've come to bind you, which is only to what they tried to do to me, is bind me to my shadows. As above, so below, you shall reap what you sow. You did it to me, you know what I mean? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You did it for me, so shall it be done to you. Unto you. By who? Me. You wanted to put your power against mine. And at that time, I wasn't powerful enough to fight you, so I left the fight to God. Now God wants me to take the power that he has given to me to go back and put this binding back upon you. Can you take your own darknesses? Can you take your own feelings? Can you take your own memories? Many have died to their own thoughts and feelings. That's it. I'm just going there to see it, to see the fear within you. And that's all it is. It's either fear or faith. That's all. I'm not afraid of whatever you're planning. God's plan is bigger than yours. All right, to the Strega, both the existence of evil itself and evil eye, the malicio, mal meaning bad, ocio meaning eye, which is the meaning, and that's the eye of the eye of Ra, and I'm seeing that, and the eye of Horus. It's like, I don't think so. I don't really think you know who's watching you. I don't need to keep my eyes on you. I keep my eyes on God. He keeps his eyes on you. You're his children, and he's going to teach you a lesson as he's teaching me mine. Which is a meaning, if he didn't let me slap the shit out of Russ, what do you think he's going to let me do to you? I'm only allowed to love you, people. I'm not here to hurt you. And that's what it is. Imagine if I put your darkness back on you instead of taking it from you. Could you take it like I did? He's going to see. We shall see. Which is a means of direct negative energy at an individual, are considered very real indeed. An evil eye can be casted deliberately or even accidentally. For example, when someone stares too long at or overzealously compliments a newborn child or a bride or someone who has gained much success. The evil eye, that means the coveting eye. Especially if if the person giving the compliment is just feeling jealous. They may be inadvertently casting an evil eye. I'm seeing Mean Girls. She's like, oh, I really like your necklace. And then she's like talking shit about her necklace. That's this guy.
It's like when girls say something trying to be nice, but you can tell in their voice they're not.
It's called condescending, subliminal. The Strega has many charms and spells at her disposal to ward off evil eye and to punish those who wield it. And I did a sage burn yesterday, a protection sage burn. I'm burning the incense I'm doing. Amelia came out yesterday to a lady screaming, or this morning. She was screaming bloody murder. I'm not going to tell you what she was saying. It was terrible.
She said something about peepees.
Yeah, it was horrendous what's going on out there. And he was like, don't worry about it. It's the apocalypse. And I had my white candle burning. And at that moment, I was burning the frankincense. And I was singing praises to the fire. was like, they're burning from the inside out. Just don't worry about it. We're protected. We're covered. And that's exactly what I told her. She stuck her head out to see what was going on. I told her, don't worry, we're covered. I've got everything we need. We're good. One of these, the hand gesture known as the what is this? Corniciolo, is still used there. It's probably a hand mantra that we saw from the Cali. Can be brought in almost any jewelry store in Italy. An evil eye can also be used to protect the wearer. That was the evil eye that's right here that I told you we've been using a lot of. See? And what else? The protection of Michael. Truth. First, a curse is a powerful energy that can backfire on its caster. And that's it. It's Alice caster is what I heard. All right. Also, since effect casting requires that all the energy we cast pass through our bodies over time, the energy associated with the cursing must negatively affect the body, mind, or spirit of the one who regularly casts curses. And that's it. You have to use your mind on this. You have to think bad thoughts. You have to have bad feelings. You have to live a bad life to cast a bad curse for it to be really powerful. You have to be all consumed with darkness to send darkness. Ew. Is that how you feel? Okay, well, let's see how much more you can handle. And that's it. The more that they don't get what they want, the more it consumes them. Every time it doesn't work, they get more consumed with it. Okay, we're going to go deeper and darker. This time we're going to use blood. This time we're going to hurt an animal. This time... You're just doing whatever that brain tells you to do, huh? Okay. Well, I think I tell you every full moon, new moon, quarter moon, every fucking time I tell you to stop doing this. All you're doing is hurting yourself and nobody else. Keep trying. Second, as witches or those who utilize the guidance of witches, we must be extremely mindful of the power and consequences of magic of all kinds, especially curses, right? Take full responsibility for the outcome of such magic and seek, and that's really what's going to happen. He's going to destroy him and those closest to him. That's what happens. But ultimately, that's it, is by binding him, it's all of them. All the people that will be in that show occupy the same dark energy as those that they, you know what I mean? They're buying tickets to these people's show because they look up to these people. These people inspire them, which like attracts like. They are of the same negative, dirty, dark energy. So in binding one, I bind them all. We kill all birds with one stone. That's what I mean about Russ. I have all love and compassion for Russ. He has no power over me. He is powerless to his feelings. And the love I have over him will consume him and destroy him. He cannot hate me more than the love that I have for him. And none of his hate can stop anything but God's love in his life. Now, that love is destroying him. His hate for losing control and not being able to be, powerful in his flesh is killing nothing more than him and everyone around him. He is a killer vibe. And anyone that occupies that vibe is part of a killer vibe. If you resonate with this guy and the shit that's coming out of his mouth, if you think like this guy and you talk like this guy and you can entertain this guy, then I know you are marked by the beast. I love my beast. But that's going to Kanye. You are guilty by association, bro. Right? It's not that I, the goddess of darkness, do not have love for and compassion for your sinful ways. But now we must put an end to this by the name of Jesus Christ, by the power given to me by the Most High, that he who comes for judgment, and I who stands behind the flames of, truth and justice, who holds the armor of God, which is the sword of truth, given to me by Archangel Michael. What is the sword? Your words. When you speak of the Queen of Swords, she's the most powerful queen in the deck. She's using the sword to cut through the shit. She's speaking fire from her mouth. It's truth. When I come and I speak this truth, I set fire to all these lies. Right? Right. So anyways, take full responsibility for the outcome of such magic and seek ways other than cursing to influence situations. After all, interfering with free will is considered a kind of black magic. And that's it. You tried to manipulate me. You tried to fucking coerce me. You took advantage of me. You lied about me. You used me. You abused my name, my kindness, and my fucking love for you. And our connection. For your own self-gain. What do you think? What kind of pain are you going to endure for taking it, you know what I mean? Taking the powers of love and using them in such ways. To make a song, to make a t-shirt. You're going on a fucking world tour when the world is on fire. Talking about Lucifer and shit? Okay, this is great. And you're taking 50 Cent, all your washed up rappers with you, and you're all sipping on gin and juice while the world burns. Is this who you die as, Marshall Mathers? Is this how the world knows you? Is this how the music ends? Or are you going to put an end to it and start something new? I don't fucking know. I never know. I mean, I do know. If you don't end it, God will. That's where this all comes down to. It all comes down to. So, you know what I mean? Curses. Yeah, I'm a witch. And that's it. How do you kill a witch that works for Jesus Christ in the end times of judgment? You don't. You can't. We win. Because it's not just Jesus Christ I work with, and that's what I'm trying to show you at 144:44. I work with the 144. I lead the 144 because I am led by God Himself Almighty, and all the voices He came through others. And He speaks. The living God, the Holy Spirit is alive. And I'm going to end there because it's the end of the world as you know it. And I feel fine. I'm just hungry. I'm hungry for more. I'm thirsty. All right, so what do we got tomorrow? Shadow work. Get ready. Suit yourself up. Get ready to actually do some fucking hard work, which is what? Wake up. You're going to have this moment where you're going to wake up and you're going to have a fucking real conversation with yourself and God, where He is trying to show you you need to let go of this part of your life right now. Gotta make a change for once. That would be Archangel Michael, as I always say. It's sad because I make all of this and I gotta take it all down. And that's it. Build it all up just to break it all down. It looked great, right? We'll make a better one. We'll keep making better lives. It's the way. Right? Make America great again. He's not going to. But they need a leader during this time, and He's the voice of that bullshit. All right. Hey, I love you guys. As they toast up. I cannot believe this. It's the Carter. Sorry for the wait. Holy Spirit, where did they come with this? Holy Spirit says this will be a great thing to say. Don't say everything they say because you don't know who's on your fucking shoulder telling you to say this shit. You're gonna get fucked up if you say the wrong shit. Laters, haters.